In today's video I'm going to be doing another speed build. So this is actually my first apartment speed build on this channel, which is pretty exciting. I know, wild, but basically I really felt like doing an apartment. I find speed builds like really hard to do, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love doing them, but something about okay, right. Doing the actual interior I love doing, but it's like the outside that I just find really hard to do. Like, making the actual house look pretty decent from the outside is really challenging for me because I just find it difficult. But anyways, so that's why today I decided to do a apartment, because obviously with apartments you don't have to do anything like the outside walls or the exterior anything. There's no landscaping, thank God. But so it's pretty much just the inside, which is pretty much the best part of building in my opinion. So I really wanted to do this build. But anyways, I started off not really knowing what I was going to do with this apartment. I kind of just had a vague idea. I didn't even really have a vague idea. I just kind of had I just knew I wanted to do an apartment. But then I thought about it and I started putting in some kind of like messy appliances and flooring and walls and stuff. And it got me thinking that a while ago I had a current household. Well, not current household because I wasn't doing YouTube or anything, but I was basically playing The Sims, and I had these teen parents, so I was playing them for ages, and I remember having to literally make my own apartment that was like really messy and scruffy because I never could find any on the gallery that I actually liked. So I thought I'd do this build because if you ever also have any families that you really want to live in like a horrible messy apartment, you can actually like have one now, because I never found any on the gallery that like I actually liked a lot. And I feel like people don't really do apartments that are like this messy, because this is like extreme level of messy. So I really wanted to do this. I'm pretty sure I think it's all functional. I don't think I tested it out, but this is actually the apartment I'm using in my new Let's Play, The Blakely World, which I would recommend checking out. It's a great Let's Play. I'm just gonna say that now. But basically, that's this is the apartment that I'm using in that Let's Play. So it's kind of cool that like I'm using it, because I did really want to use this apartment because I actually really liked how it turned out. But I used a lot of clutter items and all that to kind of make it look a lot more lived in than I would normally. I do normally do a lot of clutter in houses, but this is like to an extreme level. Like, this is extremely like cluttered. Like, you know, in my head before I actually made Blakely and had her like live in this apartment, I imagined like someone that kind of has either is out a lot of like parties, staying around other people's houses and kind of doesn't come here that often, or is someone that has a lot of work or something like that. I don't know, I just kind of imagine someone that doesn't really come here that often. Is it kind of just like somewhere in the city that they have, or something that they just rented for like really cheap and they kind of just visit here like once a month or something. So that's kind of what I had in mind. But obviously you can put whoever you want in this apartment, it doesn't bother me. But it's on the gallery under my Origin ID designer 1, not the number, the word 1 obviously. So yeah, so as you can see right now, we are doing the kitchen. So there is so much clutter in the kitchen. It took me so long. Like, I was here for so long just making this apartment look as lived in as possible, because I really enjoy cluttering up like just anywhere, just houses in Sims. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. Let me know down below if you feel the same. But I just love this. Is like my favorite part of interior design. And so I know it's not really interior design because it's just literally placing down a load of glasses and making it look hideous, but that's what I prefer doing out of everything in The Sims. I just find it like looks more realistic. You know, if someone doesn't visit this place very often, it's kind of just a little getaway. You probably wouldn't have a beautiful like clean apartment. So yeah, that's what I had in mind for this place. I also use those hideous like orange tiles that like no one ever uses because it's just disgusting, because it just kind of worked in this apartment. And I so rarely, okay, so you can see all these things are placed on the wall. I do so much of this. I'm sorry that there's literally about this speed build, I think it's about 13 minutes, and I'm pretty sure about 10 of that is just me placing down like cobwebs and these marks on the wall, because I think the marks on the wall like really add something. I wish there was like a wallpaper that we got in a pack or something that already had like some markings and stuff, like, because you can see the wallpaper I have right now is like dirty around the bottom, but it's not really like unbelievably like disgustingly messy, like as you can see what I've done with all the little like they're not pictures, I think they are in the like picture section, but obviously they're not pictures, they're just like scratches and stuff. And yeah, I think it just definitely makes it look a lot more lived in, a lot more realistic for an apartment like this. I also used these spooky stuff curtains. So they're like, obviously okay, right, so they come in the worst swatches because obviously they're meant for like Halloween parties and stuff like that you just put up like once a year. But for me, I really wanted to use them in this apartment because they're kind of like the most like scruffy curtains we have, so I had to use them, and I've never wanted to use them before. I didn't know they existed, so it's quite interesting looking at all this scruffy furniture because I've literally never looked at any of it before. But anyways, so as you can see, the curtains come in terrible swatches. There's like a bright blue, orange, they're just hideous colours, and I think there's only about like 6 swatches anyway, so it just really is ugly. And I went for this kind of beige colour because it's kind of the best I had, and it kind of looked the most real. Like, I feel like you wouldn't buy like bright blue curtains, but I don't know. But anyways, so we moved on from the kitchen now. Let me know if you like that kitchen, by the way. I really like it. I think that's like one of my favourite kitchens I've done. I know that it's disgusting and like scruffy and everything, but I just think it looks really nice, and just not nice, but you know what I mean when I say nice, okay? Like, it just means that it's kind of just lived in and realistic. But I also had an issue with the debug item, so I think there was a certain glass or something that when I placed it down I couldn't move. I don't know which glass it was, but I need to avoid it from now on because it was so infuriating. I'd placed down a buttload of clutter, like I think I placed down about like 20 items, and it takes a while to go through the debug menu. If you play Sims, you know that like it takes ages to actually go through the debug items because they're all just called debug. It's not like glass of water, glass of orange juice. It's like they all just are called debug. So you have to like individually pick out everything, and you can't just like eyedrop the items either, if that makes sense. So it was really annoying basically trying to get remove that glass. So I had to undo all of the clutter I'd just placed down just to remove that one glass, and then I had to place all the clutter back down again. So that was really fun. Yeah, no, that's a lie. It was horrific and annoying. But moving on to the dining slash living room area. It's a very open plan kind of living space, the main bit, because I just kind of think it works in this apartment. It's also a very small apartment, and I forgot to mention that we are building in 18 Culpeper House. I think it's in the Spice District. Don't count me on that one, I'm not sure, but I'm sure you can find it just from the Manage Worlds menu. And as you can see, I did the living room in these like hideous like furniture that I literally have never used in my life, like these stripy cats and dogs sofas and stuff that just are really ugly and just don't go anywhere. But I just thought in this apartment it worked. I kind of imagine that a lot of this stuff actually came with the apartment, so like the person who moved out last kind of just left a load of crap here, and so the person who lives here just kind of kept a lot of it, but then they also moved their stuff in, but they didn't really like buy proper furniture. They kind of just used like what they had, and like they probably went to a few like flea markets and stuff like that just to try and get as much stuff as they could. But anyways, I did this kind of dining room area, not dining room, but this little dining table with all these mismatched chairs. And sorry, my dog just interrupted me, but you know, moving on. I don't really know what I was just talking about, but anyways, so this kind of area here is a lot of clutter basically. I kind of just imagine they just kind of shoved all their stuff on the floor. They didn't really have anywhere to store it, so they kind of just placed everything wherever they could. And my dog scratched it again. 1 second, sorry. And I'm back. Sorry about that once again. But anyways, this is the clutter section over here for the 3rd time. So right by underneath all these windows and stuff, I kind of didn't know what to put there, so I just kind of put all this clutter and like washing stuff and a load of this stuff. I also put laundry in this house, no, it's an apartment, but I also put laundry in this apartment because I kind of thought it kind of fit, and I don't know, I like putting laundry in kind of messier apartments and stuff just to make it feel even more realistic. But on to the living room, so I kind of put some like vases in the corner. I don't know if you can see them on the right. I kind of put them there because I didn't realise, but they kind of looked quite cracked and stuff, so it kind of worked for this apartment. I kind of just think maybe they're just already here, or maybe they just they were the only furniture they could get or something, I don't know. But I also put a lot more like scratches, and I don't know what the scratches actually are, but because it doesn't really make much sense, but I put loads of scratches and like holes and just like cracks in the walls and stuff like that, and also a cobweb hanging from the ceiling and just in the corners and stuff. I just really wanted to make it look as realistic as possibly could. I think I did pretty well with it. But moving on to the bathroom, so this was a challenge and a half. Oh my god. So it was so annoying because this new, is it new? I think it's from StrangerVille, but this new bath kind of shower combo. I've never used it before because it's like really ugly, so I wanted to use it in this one. But as you can see, it's such a cramped little bathroom, so it's really tough to fit everything in. I actually don't think that it works as it is right now. I'll have to test it before I put it on the gallery for you guys, but because in the Blakely world, I'm pretty sure she couldn't get in the shower. I don't know, I'll have to see. But anyways, as you can see here, I'm putting in a washer and dryer. I would put in a clothesline and a wash tub, but obviously we don't have a balcony in this apartment and you can't really just dry your clothes. I guess you could inside, but it doesn't really make any sense, so I didn't decide to use that, and just thought they probably could afford this. I don't know why out of everything they'd buy a washer and dryer out of everything they could buy, but maybe they just wanted to. Okay, they're just clean people. I say that as I look at this apartment, but you know what I mean. But I also put in, I think is it new? It's either from StrangerVille or from Island Living. I'm pretty sure there's two of them. One from each pack, but it's kind of like a shelving unit with a load of clutter on it, so it kind of worked really well. But anyways, moving on to the bedroom. This is the final room in the house. I didn't spend a lot of time on this room at all, to be honest, because I didn't really know what to put in here. Like, it was kind of feeling quite lost, so I just kind of left it being pretty simple and basic. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know down below if you like this build. Let me know if you actually play in this house. I'd be interested to know if you do, because I think it's a really cool apartment to play in. If, you know, toot my own horn, sorry, but you know what I mean. And let me know if you got any other video ideas in the comments as well. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and do whatever you want, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye everyone.